Karen! Triple Karen. Blow up. Fun. Let's do it. Got her. Alright. I am going to attempt something stupid. Alright, gotta play it out right the first second. I am going to have to do this perfect just to make sure. I'm going to turn on overload. Approach gate. Target Karen. Launch my two meanest drones. Send them at Karen quick before these guys get me. Okay. Now, as soon as I start getting neuted, I am going to pretend all of these are newts and say, what do you do? Alright, when's the newt's gonna happen? Right there. Alright. Starting to get neuted, overheating. Alright. As of right there, my modules will turn off. Do I win? Alright. Start killing webs. I'm just going to stay neuted out the whole time because these will be, if the whole room's newts, you're going to be neuted out the whole time anyways. Do you survive this? I don't even get to watch Karen die because of those jerks. Oh wait, I can target her now. Cool. She is running away. Drones are on her. She's gonna die. My modules aren't on. This is a mistake, right? Alright, let's start looking at the bio. Where is it? It's over here. Goodbye, Karen. It was nice knowing you. Any day now, guys. There she goes. Alright, Karen's dead. Alright, drones are going to start killing other stuff. I'm going to loot. I will not turn my modules back on because I'm still neuted out. They have drained my capacitor and I will not have any capacitor until the last one of these dies. Do I live? At 35? I wasn't even looking at my health. Started at 100. I guess that's a good start. Get it twice in a row. Gonna do some regenning at the gate. I mean, this is tier 4. I brought a bunch of damage. I'm cheating a little bit. I have really high skill points. My drones do almost 600 DPS to kill Karen. But I do not have my implants. I have my 3% that everybody should have. There's no reason not to. They're super cheap. My 4 unrolled extenders, which are damaged. I should be repairing these. Rapid lights. I do have my good DDAs. They're totally worth it. More of a gate. Got my loot. Once the last one of these are dead, I start recharging my cap and my shields for the next room. Do I live the rest of the run is actually the question. Let's find out. Alright, missiles are reloaded. Might as well be effective with those. Cap's drained. Last newt will be the last one to die. I pretended I was neuted out the entire room. How do you kill Karen in passive? Like that. Let's do it again. I'm down. Alright. My capacitor is starting to recharge. I will not forget to turn my modules back on in the next room. But I do want to not turn them on now because I want my cap to recharge faster. I have 43 seconds before I have to bail. Actually, I can go all the way to 630 in Tier 4 with this much DPS. But I do want to take the 30 seconds at the start if it's Karen again. So I will go at 14, roughly. Reload you. Got my drones. Lost one, forgot to replace it. 14, 12. 60-ish%. Good to go. Room 2. Not Karen. Alright. So, that's, if you're doing it that way, I guess, okay. Gotta do the math on how low I would have got and where I would have recovered to. Basically, if you have to do that 3 times in a row, you're just using, oh, this is not just drones, this is overmind. Never mind. Use you 2 again. Go kill the overmind. Snares. You don't get neuted out in this room, so I'm not going to prove you can be neuted out in this room. That would be stupid. Because what I'm doing isn't dumb at all. That's funny. Can't believe that works. Anyways, carrying first. That's why I do it. But I have all the skill points, so I have 47,388 hit points in filament. I have this big giant buffer. You want that up there a little bit higher to really safely do it 3 times in a row, I guess. Go ahead and roll a few extenders. Just get another 1,000 hit points. You'll be fine. Use a damage control. You'll be fine. Of course, damage control, Karen dies slower. Do you take more or less? Question. Purgers. Regen up faster. You have to balance out the amount of purgers you have. You want your tank to get to 6. This is where purgers would come in. Face tanking Karen first, fully neuted out. You go all the way down to peak regen, 25. You're min-maxing. You're getting all your peak regen time. You're at 25. Fight ends. By the end of the fight, you're here. You need to balance it out so that you have enough hit points so that you do not go below 25, because then your tank is broken and then you don't recover. Well, you could probably go down to 20 in a purger fit and still get up to a sustainable amount to do the next room. Anyways, I'm still fighting overmind. I should not stand still. Did I get the bio? Yeah. So I think purgers went out. I'm starting to get where purgers are better. You have to have enough hit points to do marshals. The afterburner solves marshals. You burn away from them. You get out of their range. You still have your buffer. Kill a few of them, and then you're regenning above their DPS. You're fine. Marshals can be solved by good piloting. Everything else by numbers. Is this enough hit points to do that fight exactly the same every time? Occasionally, she'll probably spike me a little lower. Yep. So, again. plenty of time after Overmind. I might as well regenerate in case I need to do another Karen. I want to do it with 65% is where I'm usually doing it, because tier 5 and tier 6 you have a lot more hit points, drastically. Blinging these first would help most in the Karen fight with full newts, because those are offline anyways. So if Karen with full newts is what's scaring you, you want to gravid roll your extenders to get to like 3,200 hit points each. If you have lower skill points and need to get your hit points up, or whatever you need to do, or put in some nirvanas, put in some implants, whatever you need to do to get up to the numbers. These numbers in filament right now with everything. I don't need to conserve cap. That was Overmind. Let's see what this goes to. So my hardener's off. I'm at 80k effective hit points is enough to face tank Karen once you in tier 4. Not bad. With, of course, the overheated cycles on the first few shots. That is very important. That plays into it. That's really all you can do, though. 70%, 8 minutes. Easy. Let's do a 70% Karen. She'll probably break my tank, but it's room 3. So once you get into room 3, you can go down to 5%. You just better hope you don't get ganked after the room. But it is simply an easy room, so let me just get this under control real quick. Approach the bio. Sentinels, Firewatches, regular Valkyries are fine. Fight stuff, talk about random Gila stuff again. This is my regen right now. Hit points per second in filament, 130. That also plays into it. That's where purgers come in. That would be higher. So even though your buffer is lower, every tick that you get closer to that 25%, it's getting up to this. This is, I don't know exactly how that all plays out. If you look at that in PIFA, of course, you're going to see effective hit points per second. That takes into account resists. So if your hardener is on, your resists are higher, your effective hit points per second are higher, bringing your effective hit points up to enough where you can tank this and then reach a stable point as your DPS gets high enough to break the room and kill off things that are doing damage to you. With a buffer fit, you use your buffer until enough of the room is destroyed that you're taking this much damage per second, and then you're stable, basically, with the weird shield regen applied to that. That's not the exact number. So damage per second, you need to destroy the room fast enough to break the room before it breaks you. Passive. About to be neuted out. Don't really care. This room's easy. Almost to the bio though, right? Yes, I'm about to bump into it. Let's loot that real quick. Tier 4s with max skill points. Simple fit. It's just a math equation whether or not you can do it. If you have the right numbers, it works. If you don't have the right numbers, you blow up. You can't do anything because you can overheat your hardener and your afterburner, a little bit here and there when you're not neuted out because you have no cap. You're going to get neuted out in rooms. You have the buffer to survive that. Most of the rooms don't break this anyways, so you don't really need to worry about them. It's just you're building for 3 Karens in a row or a big Marshall fight where Marshals just end you. So rooms like this where the damage is lower and you're killing off damage per second every, popping them one by one, you break this room pretty quick and you regen up. You about lose a drone because you're not paying attention. Don't die. If you die, you deserve to die. Oh, these are preservers, so my drones won't even auto-attack them. They're after the suppressor turret. Don't time out while talking on commentating a run and explaining Gila regens and why you can face tank Karen, and once you have enough numbers. And how does this fit survive if you get full newts in a Karen room? Well, you knock out the biggest DPS first, and then you regen up for a while. She takes like 2 minutes to kill. I'll have to go back or you can go back and look at the video and see how long it took for her little icon to disappear. I didn't actually get to see her die because of the. Said, hey, you survived. Good job, drone. Alright, I got my Karen video. Do I get ganked when I leave this run? And showcase me blowing up, because if I can pull that off twice, that'd be awesome. 420, perfect. I will leave at 420. Missed it. I suck. One person in local. Stop recording.